Hey everyone, I'm Tianna with Tianna Michelle Yoga. Welcome back to our final day of animal yoga for children and their families. Today's theme is jungle. We'll be trying out a few fun jungle animal poses, some nice deep stretching. So make sure you listen to your body and stop when it feels like enough for you. And let's begin. Today's breathing exercise is called lion's breath. I really love this one. It's a lot of fun. So we're starting by sitting on our knees, sitting up nice and tall, taking a big breath in to fill up your belly. And as we breathe out, we're gonna stick out our tongue as far as we can, reaching it down towards our chin and making a loud exhale out our mouth. So breathing in and stick out your tongue. Let's try that again. Breathing in through your nose, sticking out your tongue, and let's try that one more time. Breathing in to fill your belly, and sticking out your tongue. Good job. Let's begin with our movements today. Making our way into a tabletop position. So onto our hands and knees. Let's continue with the idea of a lion. And as we drop our belly, we're looking up, we can give a roar. Breathing in to look back between your legs. And breathing out to let out a roar. Breathe in to look back. And breathing out for a roar. Good job. Tucking our toes to send our hips up for downward facing dog. Woof, woof. Pedaling out our feet. One heel down, then the other. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of our legs and feeling nice and strong in our wrists and shoulders. Next, we're walking our feet up to meet our hands. Into a forward fold. As we breathe in, we're gonna sweep our arms up and overhead. Coming up to standing, our palms can touch at the top, and we're leaning back for a little back bend. As we breathe out, we're folding all the way forward, making our hands into fists as we come into gorilla pose, our gorilla fold. So gorillas like to thump their chest and drag their fists on the ground. So we go, ooh, ooh. Breathe in to come up to standing, palms to touch. Little back bend at the top. Breathing out to fold forward, making your hands into fists for your gorilla pose. Breathe in, back bend at the top. As we breathe out, coming down for our gorilla fold, maybe thumping your chest. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Next, we're planting our hands to the mat. Stepping back into our plank pose, nice and high on our toes, or lowering the knees if you like. And we're lowering down through our yoga push-up, down to our belly. From here, pressing up through our hands for baby cobra. Hiss. And breathing out to come down. Pressing up through your hands and knees. Returning to our tabletop position, we're going to try a balancing pose in tabletop. This one is called tiger pose. There's lots of different levels for tiger pose, so stopping wherever feels good for you. We're starting out by drawing one foot back with our toes touching down. And next we're bringing out our opposite arm in front of us. This is one level. You can stay here. Or next would be to lift the back leg up. Next is to draw your heel in towards your bum. And next is to reach your hand behind, seeing if you can get a hold of that foot. If you can, we're pressing our hand into our foot nice and high for our tiger pose. Roar. Wherever you are, give out a roar. And And we'll use our breath to breathe out as we let ourselves down carefully. Let's try that on the other side. So sending your opposite leg out nice and long with your toes touching down. Bringing your opposite arm up. Lifting the leg. Drawing your heel in. Reaching behind if you can. Grabbing a hold of your foot. Pressing into that hand. Roar. And breathing out to release with control. Well done. Next, we're coming back into our downward facing dog. Sending our hips up. Breathe in to lift one leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Woof, woof. As you breathe out, bring it up to your hands. Lowering down the back knee, untucking the toes. And next, we're going to begin to walk our hands backwards as we straighten through the front leg, flexing through that foot into our half monkey pose. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. You should feel a really great stretch along the back of your leg, but just be careful not to go too far. It can be very easy to overstretch, so always listen to your body. One more big breath here, maybe another monkey sound. And we'll walk our hands back up, bending through the front knee. Tuck your back toes and send your front foot back for downward facing dog. Let's try that on the other side. Breathe in as your leg comes up. Woof, woof. In three-legged dog. Breathe out to send it up to your hands. Lowering down the back knee. And let's begin to walk our hands back. Straightening our front leg as we flex our foot back for half monkey. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. So in yoga, full monkey pose is when we're in the splits. But half monkey is a great place to start if that's something that you're working on. Next, we'll walk our hands back up, bending through the knee, tucking your toes on the back foot as we come back to downward facing dog. Next, we're going to inhale, big breath in as we come forward to our plank pose. Nice and strong, drawing your belly in. And we're going to come through our yoga push-up one more time, lowering down with control. So I'm going to count to 5. See if you can come down with me for 5 seconds on your toes or on your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Leaving your hands as they are under your shoulders, drawing your elbows into your ribs. Breathe in to press up for our baby cobra, lifting our chest, lifting our neck. Next, we're going to see how far we can straighten our arms, coming into our full cobra pose. So only going as far as your body allows, as long as it feels good. Remember to keep breathing some nice deep breaths. If you're feeling good in your cobra pose, we can also try out king cobra. So king cobra is when you bring your knees in or bend your knees, pointing them up towards your head, and we can even tilt our head back, looking slightly up, reaching our toes for our head in king cobra. Hiss. Just being careful that we're not sinking our neck way down. We're pushing away. Our neck is nice and long. Our shoulders are drawing down. Hiss. And releasing your feet back down if you lifted them. And lowering down to your belly. From here, we're pressing up into our tabletop position. And we're sending our hips all the way back to sit on our feet. Coming into our child's pose. bringing our forearms underneath of our head for a little pillow, resting here with our belly on our legs. Let's take 3 more lion's breath together. Breathing in through your nose and sticking out your tongue to breathe out loudly. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out loud through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and breathing out loud. One more breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And when you're ready, let's make our way back up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me for this series and for tuning in with me today. I hope you enjoyed our jungle theme as much as I did. Today's takeaway activity for the week, it's an idea from my favorite yoga book, and it's called double plank or stacking plank. If you can see in the picture there's the larger person on the bottom in their strong plank pose, and someone else on top with their hands on their ankles and then their toes on their back or their shoulders. So another fun way to bring yoga into your home and to try out something new. So once again, just a big thank you for the responsive Neighborhood Small Grant Program. Without it, this series wouldn't have been possible. So yeah, thank you for participating, and I'll see you with the next series. Bye.